probably like the realest shit I ever wrote, man. Real talk. Need y'all to listen. They say money come quicker during time. Come quicker during time, Lord knows I've been patient. But I'm still yet to see it, trying to stare at it till I go blind. Got so many dreams that make them seem real. Feel like I lost my mind, but I guess that's a sign. Then I'm finally focused when I make it, I'ma be just fine. If they say I'm a flop, then you know them niggas lying. Man, you know them niggas lying. Cause when this shit pop, I'ma be on top. So far out that it look like a nigga flying. Can a young have a break from all the hit to talk? Cause this shit not smart to think it'll make me stop. Well, all it really does is make the next 16 high. Got surrounded like Eminem in the parking lot. Not an issue for niggas to talk about. So you can take the lumps and try to walk it out. If not, I guess I gotta pull a chopper out. I turn dangerous. And if they mess with us, then them things are bust. Got an ass on my chest and I can't be touched. See the drama shit ain't really anything to us. Yeah, ain't no friend, man. I'm taking so much that it's time to fight back. Yeah, it's time to fight back. Yeah, they took the first shot, but I guarantee you this, that the young gun had the last shot. This ain't the first time they done it, and it won't be the last. Wait, dog, matter of fact, this will be a last. Cause the next time y'all hate, I'ma put your bitch ass on blast. When the younger body scream, almost do anything for cash. Even if I work till I crash, I'm trying to make it pass. All the things that held me back, I'm trying to take out all the trash. This message for the mass, I'm about to have the game of smash. And if you don't believe me or don't wanna see it, I'ma tell the whole world y'all can go ahead and kiss my ass. God, I'm surrounded like Eminem in the parking lot. Not an issue for niggas to talk about. So you can take these lumps and try to walk it out. If not, I guess I gotta pull a chopper out. I turn dangerous, and if they mess with us, then them things are bust. Got an ass on my chest and I can't be touched. Man, the drama shit ain't really anything to us. Yeah, ain't a friend to us. Got us surrounded like Eminem in the parking lot. Not an issue for niggas to talk about. So you can take these lumps and try to walk it out. If not, I guess I gotta pull a chopper out. I turn dangerous, and if they mess with us, then them things are bust. Got an ass on my chest and I can't be touched. Man, that drama shit ain't really anything to us. Yeah, ain't no friend to us. Malik Young. Work. Higher learning. Work. I'm out. Work. Let's go.
Yo.
What's poppin', everybody? What's poppin', everybody, man? Conversations at the Shop, episode 94. We are itching our way up to 100. We are almost there.
Close.
We almost there, though. We almost there, man. As y'all know, man, episode 1 be filmed in Memphis, Infamous Cuts Barbershop, man. I'm probably gonna have a promo video for y'all coming soon. Y'all be on the lookout for that. Let's get y'all intros out, then we can hop back into the conversation we just had backstage.
Oh, it's this, man. Marcus, aka Mr. Stone the Nation. 420 gang. Never leave home without it. We here. Fuck Malik, cause he not here.
I got a story about. I gotta tell y'all who he went to go see in concert. It's gonna be hilarious.
It better be good.
Y'all know what it is. Acknowledge me.
I thought we would
acknowledge me.
If Malik was here.
Oh, you're seeing the belt. I don't care. It will acknowledge me. Look, don't make me go into Roman's last night bag. I'm gonna fuck around and call you Malik. It'd be like it don't matter which one you are anyway. Okay.
Me and Malik slick all the Usos, by the way.
Champ is here. West Coast shit, Long Beach. Stand up. Y'all see I'm repping the real HU out here today. Corey motherfucking Hansford. Acknowledge me.
can acknowledge you while you sitting on the motherfucking couch. It's your
Y'all
boy
gonna be here
Gerard. It's your boy Gerard, man. Mr. Decker, man himself, Mr. Hard Worker himself, and you know, the host of this here show, man. But Malik not here right now. He is literally told us about an hour ago he was going to a concert.
Hey, yo, we was just on Patreon last night, y'all. For like 3 hours.
Literally last night.
My boy Gino. What's up, Gino, man?
Yeah, Gino, what up, G? Gino came through last night.
Yeah, Gino's pulled up on us last night. But Malik is at a concert as we speak. He's going to see Keith Murray close out the concert.
Keith Murray?
Yeah, Keith Murray. I think he said Trina, the Yin Yang Twins.
That is such a random. How does that fit? How is that one concert? That doesn't even sound.
It's a bunch of other people, but the main three that he said that stuck out to me, and the last person he said was Keith Murray. So I'm like, you going to see Keith Murray in concert, fool? So Malik is at a Keith Murray concert for anybody that's looking for him, okay?
Just how did those three get? How is that one concert? That makes no sense.
It's a lot more people on the
bro. Say them names again. You said Keith Murray, the Yin Yang Twins, and who?
And
Trina.
Make that make sense.
It's a couple of more people. His mama got him some tickets last night. But it's a couple of more people on the card that I forgot who all he said. But those are the names that stuck out. So when he said Keith Murray, I told him, I said, look, when I go on the show, I'm telling everybody you at a Keith Murray concert.
I don't like that either. I don't like you. I don't like Malik going off the pod.
Keith Murray? No disrespect to Keith Murray.
Nah, disrespect to Keith Murray, because the last time I seen Keith Murray was when he was on stage battling and he was up there hitting a nigga in the head with a log. Y'all remember that battle?
Wow.
That's the last time I seen Keith Murray. What in the hell have you seen the last decade that make you want to go to a Keith Murray concert?
That's what I was like. I'm trying to remember the last time I really heard Keith Murray.
Malik gonna have to hear about this shit when he come back. I don't like that at all. Man, he said he was gonna tap in. He better not tap in.
What is the last shit I've heard from Keith Murray? Like when he was on Fat Girl remix or some shit. Like I feel like I can't think of anything from Keith Murray since then. And that was when I was in high school. Like I don't.
Rap City was out.
Cedar's World might have still been popping.
Cedar's World was probably going. Hits from the street.
Yeah, man. So y'all know
hits from the street. Oh shit!
Shout out to Keith Murray still getting concert checks out here somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, get your money, Keith.
Thanks to Malik, he can always get a back end.
Who's going? No, you know what? Trina would probably. I was going to ask who's going to have more people in the building that concert or Smack Saturday today, but I think Trina might pull in more people to Smack Saturday. If it wasn't Trina, I might have had Smack Saturday.
Yeah, dog. Let's go ahead and get the show rolling, man. We was talking backstage about possible destinations for Dame Lillard.
I don't think he's leaving. Can I just say I don't think he's leaving? I really don't.
I believe that too. I don't think he's going nowhere.
No, they just fired Terry Stotts, so I mean, I don't think
they already making moves. Yeah,
they're making moves off rip to let you know. Okay, Dame. Because I saw that tweet, I saw that Instagram post you did. Hey, listen, it ain't even like that.
Nah,
we got you. Hear you loud and clear, my nigga. We finna fuck with you, bro. Hey, listen, you say you want Jason Kidd? We gonna go holler at him for you. I got his number. I'm gonna text him.
This ain't the Texans. They ain't the Texans. They not just about to just ignore what the fuck they star says. What you want, Dame? We need some changes. Oh, you want J Kidd? Bet. All right. Good being the lead assistant. We appreciate you helping us win the title last year, J Kidd. But I'm no longer expecting you to be on our bench next year because Portland is gonna make sure he fucking gets there.
It look like he might go to Boston, maybe. Like he got a couple of options. I don't know about the Boston. I think the Boston one might be we just interview him.
Look.
just to be interviewing him because he's Jason Kidd. Like, I don't know if they really seriously might think it. Now seeing that Orlando is now opening up, I think they could be interested if Jason Kidd don't go to Portland.
I don't think Jason Kidd would leave a basically number 2 man on a championship caliber team and franchise to go coach the rebuilding ass Orlando Magic. Personally, I don't think he would leave for that job. I think he could leave for a Boston job. I think I could see him leaving for Portland. I could even see him if they were to do it, if like Indiana were to end up getting rid of their guy and him wanting to go there, like somewhere where there's talent, where there's a foundation and talent to build off of. He's not going to Orlando with fucking Mo Bamba and
he got
Cole can hoop a little bit.
Markel gonna be back.
Jonathan
Jonathan.
The nigga that didn't kneel, that tore his ACL after he didn't kneel.
We
whatever
ain't gotta
happened
bring
to him.
up that, man. Let's keep it on court. Let's keep it.
He can play. I'm not hating him as a player. He could play. He was like getting defensive player of the year love before he had got hurt that year. So I'm not. I don't want to hate on Jonathan Isaac.
Is some youngsters.
They got a little bit, but J Kidd ain't leaving for that shit. He's not here for that. I could see. I think it's Portland makes sense, and then it becomes what does Portland do? Because I'm sitting here looking, then they won't. So Yusuf Nurkic, I didn't realize he was this ridiculously underpaid. He made less than 13 mil this year. And his salary for next year is non-guaranteed, and it's only 12 mil. That's the end of his contract. He's a non-guaranteed $12 million for Yusuf Nurkic. That's it. How the fuck is he only making that much money? That is wild to me.
Because he's getting more than that, right?
Because he stayed hurt. You gotta remember, Nurkic been hurt for like 2-3 seasons, bro.
I get that, but damn, really? That's
to me. Before the injury, that's enough to get you more than that. Before the injury, Nurkic was before LeBron killed him, and then he got hurt after that. Before that, though, Nurkic was good.
I mean, he was the only.
But then you gotta remember, he got traded. You know, Denver traded him. He was doing work in Denver.
He was.
He got traded.
I mean, rightfully so. Not because he wasn't good, but you can't play Nurkic and Jokic together. So it made sense. He's been good for Portland. He was the only, when he was actually able to stay, it looked like it was going good, and then suddenly he picked up 4 fouls in like 5 minutes. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened in that last game.
It was 3 offensive fouls, and he fouled Jokic on the 3-pointer.
Like immediately. He was the key to that series, and like he wasn't fucking with Jokic at all. Or he just could not foul him. But after that, Norm Powell has a player option. He's going to decline it because he'll get more money in free agency. Derek Jones is a player option for like $9 million. I don't know. He might take that.
He's going to opt in.
I think he's going to opt in. I don't think he's getting more than that.
Because he's not going to get more than that anywhere else.
Right.
Not even saying he had a bad year, but he can get a lot of opportunities. I don't know what that was about, but I actually thought he was gonna get some burn over there. But
what you call? I don't know. They don't have a lot. The point is, they've got Dame, they've got CJ at 30, just over 30 mil. He's got 3 more years at around almost 100 million, close to.
Do you look at trading CJ?
He's the only piece.
Yes.
Robert Covington. I mean, you can move. Robert Covington isn't expiring at just under 13 mil. Like, he has 1 year left. Last year of his contract at 13 mil. So that's a very movable,
He's used to that anyway. So that's
right. Yeah, he get traded all the time.
Do you bring Melo back?
No,
I doubt it.
No.
I wouldn't expect it. Not anything bad. Melo did.
Not because of Melo. Just because if you're going in a younger direction or in another direction where you're trying to win, you can probably go younger. You can go younger in whatever you need. Whether if you're looking for scoring off the bench, you can go younger and get somebody else.
I think there's other options for them, and the cloud hanging over everything is just Dame want him. Like that's really going to be what it comes down to. If Dame wants Melo back, Melo will probably be back. Like it like people ask a lot of those questions for those. I mean, Melo's at a higher level than other people, but like a lot of those weird low level veteran bench guys, and it's like, well, why are they bringing this person back? They could spend that roster spot minimum deal on this other person who can help them more. Sometimes it's about people. They love certain people in the locker room. They want them around the team. That's Udonis Haslem and kept the job for about 5 more years. That motherfucker done played like he's done it.
Past
right. Jared Dudley's the same. Like motherfucker, like, yeah, he knows it. Jared Dudley laughs and jokes about it all the time. He know he can't fucking play like that.
Talk about some y'all need me just like I need him.
Me just like I need him. That shit is great. But he knows his role. He embraces it. I know I'm not about to fucking play, but I'm gonna be the best motherfucking 15th man and help out every single person I can with everything I see. Like, you want people like that, and it does seem like Melo has gotten better at embracing that. Obviously not near to the level of fucking Jared Dudley or Haslam, but really being that veteran voice and a leader more than a lot of people who were in his position. Well, because we've seen it with so many other guys. Like, that was one of the issues. Iverson never accepted that. You know what I mean? Like, guys like that never really accepted that. So for Melo to kind of do that and thrive, you know, credit to him.
For sure. All right, so we talked about Orlando opening. The other big opening, you know, other than Portland, is Boston right now.
Who saw that shit coming?
First of all, I am very upset that a nigga gets. I don't even know if you get fired. You just get promoted.
No, that wasn't a fire. He got promoted.
No, he didn't get fired.
Yeah, he didn't get fired. He got promoted.
He actually, I guess, he just got
he
got promoted. That's what it was. He just got
also because Brian
a lot of coaches
be there for the head coaching search. That lets you know right there. No, he didn't get fired. He's not gonna get fired.
He got promoted
just to be there to hire his replacement.
Right. No, he got promoted. That's what it was. From everything I've listened to, I listened to it was a podcast with Bill Simmons, Kevin O'Connor, and Jackie McMullen. If you need to know some shit about the Celtics, then you're gonna hear like that is the fucking three. I mean, basically it was like Ainge leaving was more or less kind of expected. Like, Ainge was probably gonna be done in some form or another. Stevens moving up, nobody saw that shit coming. That's the shit that nobody saw coming.
Because what is it? Does he have a background like as an executive? Like, what the hell? How did that come about?
I think it's the loyalty thing. I think the Celtics have really just kind of embraced him as like just kind of like a loyalty thing. Like, you're part of the Celtics family and you're there. It's not like he wasn't successful. Like, I get that they didn't win a championship, but like they made 3 conference finals. Like, it isn't like he wasn't really successful. He is a really smart person. Honestly, this might be a better role for him if he's struggling to connect to players like a lot of people seem to think. This could be a better role for him in team building, roster building, and kind of running the organization as opposed to being right down there on
as coach. Like being coach at Butler, kind of like being college coach. You go recruit your players.
Right. He was great at that. He
was great. I won't say he was great. What's up, Fraz, bro?
We're all scared, Fraz. We're all scared.
I had to. First of all, they had to work. So,
well, yeah, man. I think him in Boston being the president of basketball operations it might fit him better. But now, where do they go as coach?
That's $1 million question, right?
With Kyrie saying the racist stuff in Boston, do you think they go get a black coach to kind of try to kill that?
They already.
Yes, I do.
Already looking at.
Yes, I do.
Looking at two black head coaches already.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they're gonna do that. They're gonna try to pad. I mean, but that's not gonna change. Not that it's gonna change anything, but
No, I mean, and it's funny because they literally had the first black coach in NBA history. Like that, like that's what's funny. It's like the Bill Russell was the first black coach in NBA history with the Celtics. Like it's that shit is hilarious to me. But I think it'll come down to one of two people. I think it'll be between Chauncey Billups and Sam Cassell. Those are the two. I think Sam Cassell's been deserving of a head coach job for at least 5 years. Like,
if not
honestly,
longer.
if not longer. I would like to see Sam really finally get his shot. He has history with the Celtics. He played with them near the end of his career. If I'm not mistaken, on that championship team. I feel like he was on that.
I think he was
on that 08 championship team.
I think he was on the one that actually won.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So,
and then he was on the coaching staff after that.
On the coaching staff there too. So he's got history with them. Although Chauncey does too. Not as fun. Only played like half.
That Chauncey, no,
he played like 50
that
games and they dipped.
Yet. He was definitely not Mr. Big Shot yet.
He didn't get a chance. The man played like 40 days. Traded him in his rookie year. Like what? You ain't even gonna give him a shot to develop? Like goddamn.
Traded him in his rookie year. I thought he.
I thought it was his rookie year.
I think it was his rookie year. That's right. Yep.
I feel like it was his
he
rookie
played.
year.
He got drafted by Denver.
No, he didn't. He got drafted by
Boston. He got drafted by Boston. He got traded to Denver.
He got traded to Denver. Yes.
Then, he got traded.
How the fuck he ended up in Detroit?
Whole lot of shit.
I don't remember. I don't remember if that was free agency or a trade. I don't remember how he got to Detroit.
Yeah, he got traded his rookie year. Oh, he got traded his rookie year to Toronto. And then went to Denver. And then to Minnesota.
I don't remember that.
To Minnesota.
I do remember him briefly in Minnesota.
Okay, I think I remember that.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that. Him and Doug West and Garnett. I remember that. Okay, I remember that a lot.
Yeah, the Raptors. I forgot. I thought he got traded straight to the Raptors. I mean, straight to. Let me see. Yeah, Detroit was a free agency.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
got a chance to shine, but I hopefully one of them brothers get a chance to get the job and shine up in that joint, dog.
It's deserved. It's deserved. One, there's plenty of others too who deserve that shot. I know we mentioned talking last night. Darvin Ham's been an assistant coach forever, and he deserves some kind of a shot to be able to. I would hate it for him to have to go to Orlando to get that's what usually happens is they get them rebuilding terrible jobs and they get 2 years from some terrible team that has nothing, and when they fail, then they end up getting fired. Have to be in the system again for another fucking 10 years. That's the shit I don't want.
Yeah.
I just saw this on Bleacher Report. Say Orlando looking at Terry Stotts.
He's gonna get a job somewhere. That wouldn't shock me. He's gonna get a job.
I just don't want Mike D'Antoni. Hey, look, bro. This ain't it, cuz.
I don't hate D'Antoni.
I'm not saying I hate him, but we've seen his track record, and for him to constantly keep getting a chance after chance after chance, hey, let this shit go.
He must interview really well.
Yeah, he got either that or he know the owner secrets. Oh,
man, you got tape on him. You see what he's done, bro.
With the right team, he can do something. He's the type of coach that could get a team that should win 15, 20 games would win 35 under. He's good. He's got I think we were talking again yesterday. We was talking about how Bron got a lot of people paid. Mike D'Antoni got a lot of motherfuckers paid too. It's a lot of people that have had some career years under Mike D'Antoni and then got really, really fucking well paid because of that shit. He's looking at you, Swaggy P. Yeah, Mo had best fucking year under D'Antoni. Quentin Richardson, yes, sir.
Got him a check.
Got him a big check.
Was out here shooting threes and getting him a check.
ISO Joe got his max because of what he did with D'Antoni first.
Channing Frye.
Can't forget about Barbosa getting him some money.
Barbosa definitely
got him some money. Went elsewhere. Was trash. Kane had to come back.
Channing Frye got him some money.
Yep.
Channing Frye became a 3-point specialist in Philly.
Right. They did that. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to. I agree. I would like to see other people get shots before rehashing the same people. Like, didn't someone say like what Jeff Van Gundy mentioned in some shit again?
Jeff Van Gundy mentioned in the Portland.
He always do. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Dave said he want Kid or Chauncey. From what I saw, was Kid or Chauncey for Dame said he want one of them. So.
Yeah, Jeff Van Gundy to Portland don't even make sense.
Jeff Van Gundy don't seem like he want to coach. He hate the way he talk. He hate, man. He hate them folks, man.
Jeff Van Gundy just likes seeing his name mentioned every year. I'm convinced he's just like, yeah, I still got it. They still fucking want me.
It's never really a time where you like he must really want to coach. Even then when you listen to him announce, you just listen to him. It's like he must really enjoy being next to Mark. That nigga don't want to be over there on sidelines, hanging on to somebody's leg again.
That shit happens.
Nah, he don't want to do that, dog. He don't want to do that.
He ain't never gonna let that down. Ain't ever gonna live that down.
He'll forever see that footage forever. Even when he pass away, that's gonna be in his highlight package.
Man, that was a wild time, bro. That was a wild time. Moving on, bro. Let's go. Choose one to lead your franchise for the next 10 years, man. We got Zion Williamson, Jason Tatum, Lamelo Ball, and Devin Booker. Start your franchise up.
I know
Corey. This is easy for me. This is easy for me.
This is easy. I ain't even worried.
Easy choice for me. Who you got? You want to start it off, or do I need to start it off?
I'll jump it off. It don't matter to me. I'll jump it off.
Say what you gotta say.
Who I'm picking? Me.
You.
I'm picking LaMelo Ball. The nigga's 19 years old. What? I'm picking LaMelo. He's 19 years old. He got the Charlotte plus 10 on the win. And they look like they have fun, man. They look like they have fun. There's good morale around the locker room. They obviously like each other. Him and he got Miles he throw alley-oops to Miles every day you see in alleys. Terry Rozier's out here scoring 20 a game too. And by the way, he's only gonna get better. It's LaMelo. 15, 6 and 6 at 19 in the NBA. I want to see what he's gonna do in 10 years, bro. I want him on my team.
Corey looks a little upset about that pick.
I'm legitimately surprised that you went with LaMelo. It's fucking Jason Tatum. It's not even close.
Shout out to Reggie.
It's Jason Tatum. How is it not Jason Tatum? We just seen the man drop 50. That was a week ago. He just dropped 50. He outplayed 3 all-NBA level people in one fucking game. Only one of these 3 has been to the conference finals multiple times. And he was the best player on those teams. And he just made another leap into superstardom this year. Understandably, team was trash. Kemba can't get his shit together, mainly. Gordon Hayward broke his fucking leg. That fucked a lot of shit up, and that changed up everything. And the Celtics can't draft if they're not in the top 3. Like, Celtics are great top of the draft pickers. Like, it is very much forgotten that they did have the number 1 pick and chose to trade down to get Tatum instead of taking Markelle Fultz. Nobody would have done.
That's the crazy thing. You didn't have
but to everyone knew that Markelle was the consensus number 1 guy that year. Like, period. It was Markelle or it was Lonzo. Those were the top 2, and then it was Tatum and Josh Jackson and a couple other guys after that. It was Markelle or Lonzo, and 90% of them had Markelle to trade. Do you know like I can't still always fuck Boston, but like the balls it takes to trade out of the number 1 pick when everyone believes that guy at number one is going to be one of the best premier guards in the league and felt like a sure thing. Like, that's not some. Remember how Orlando got killed when they traded away Chris Webber for Penny? Like, it's kind of that saying, like, traded away. You go trade away Chris. What the fuck you mean? Penny got booed. You know what I mean? Penny got booed when they did that shit until they actually played. Like, Jason Tatum has completely made motherfuckers forget that, like, Markelle Fultz was number one and was supposed to be that dude. Like, that shit is it's a very, very real thing. Man. He's clearly the best scorer of Booker can't score. I can't argue that point. I can't argue that point.
Saw that first.
I can't argue that point. I did very much so. But to me, Tatum, his ceiling is amazing. He's basically fucking unguardable when he really gets going. And he is the only guy here who has really led his team to a deep playoff run already. And he's only fucking, 22? He's going to make all NBA this year. Ain't nobody else on this list made all NBA. He's going to make all NBA. Probably second team. Like, it's Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hate to do this, but that draft, that year in college, Markelle Fultz was not that good to me.
He wasn't great. Washington was fucking. It was kind of the Ben Simmons thing where like they were good, but like the team was so trash that you weren't sure how much was the player and how much was the team. Like, that's what it was with Washington. He got paid like shit to go to Washington because there was no other reason for any from Washington or Baltimore or Maryland or some shit.
I think he is from Washington somewhere.
To go to fucking the University of Washington? Like, nah, he went there because Lorenzo Romar was with all that shit. What you need? I got you. Come out here to watch.
So y'all, with me being a huge Duke fan, y'all know Jay Tatum came through Duke. And watching Jay Tatum, I'm like, fool, how could y'all not? It cannot be this obvious that this nigga is just on a good team. Like, anyway, he on a sorry team, and like he just jacking up shots. I don't think they got to the tournament this year. If they did, they got bounced first round. And I'm looking at Jay Tatum playing against North Carolina, putting niggas on posters. I'm looking at this nigga put up constantly 25, 30 points, like on a regular basis, showing he got all the moves. But I think Jay Tatum was the best one in that draft, and Lonzo was
biased. Number one, you're biased.
I'm not biased. First of all, I'm just saying that was clear. It's clear now who the best player in that draft is.
Yeah, but you don't know that at the time. Like,
you didn't know that then. You didn't know that.
He's 6'7" with a jump shot.
He didn't have a jump shot like that.
He didn't have this.
He didn't have that jump shot coming out of
this right here.
Right.
He did not have flashes. He had his flashes, and I'm telling you, I would take that over what I saw in Washington.
I will fully admit I completely missed on Jason Tatum and not on some Duke shit. And I think part of it was he reminded me a lot of Jabari Parker. Whereas, like, yeah, he's good. He's kind of a big forward. He can score like mid-range. I'm not sure he's going to stretch his range out to be a consistent three-point shooter. And I don't know what else he can do because he wasn't rebounding like that. He wasn't the best passer. He didn't play deep. He went
Wendell Carter on your team.
I'm simply like trying to project forward. I will fully admit, like I've had a couple good thoughts. I've had a couple bad thoughts. At the time, I would have taken Josh Jackson over him. I loved Josh Jackson coming out of college. I thought Josh Jackson was going to be, I was like, I know he can't shoot like that, but in my head, I was like, he can literally do everything else. You can work on shooting. You can't work on the other shit that Josh Jackson could do. I was dead fucking wrong. Like, full on terrible. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I love his attitude. I love guys who are just competitive as shit. Don't back down. He was a really good defender. He was a really good playmaker in college. I was like, give me that dude that, like, you can go out there on day one and be like, go chase around KD, and he'll be like, bet, let's go. I'm in his face. Like, in my head, I'm like, I want that dude. I don't know if Tatum got it. And dead wrong. You missed some. It's the fucking draft. It's the fucking draft. It's a crapshoot. I'll fully admit I did not think. I damn sure didn't think it was gonna be this. Like, even after his rookie year, like niggas was legit, and it looks god awful now. But niggas was legit. Like, I don't know, Kuzma or Tatum. I'm not sure. And it's like Kuzma's numbers wasn't that far off from Tatum's. You could not argue with that much. And then shit immediately changed within 2 years. It got dark. It got dark for Kuzma after like.
It's now disrespectful to even mention them in the same sentence.
Completely disrespectful.
Yeah, I think my pick out of these three, out of these four, I didn't even think Devin Booker's way. So my
Of
three.
course you did.
I thought you was going to choose Devin Booker just to fuck with me, but I appreciate it.
No. I don't. I told you I don't like Devin Booker. I still don't like it, man.
I already know it's between Zion and Jason Tatum. So which one you pick?
Zion never got a thought for me.
I know you got one from this guy over here though.
Of course.
Zion was number 3. Health reasons is the main reasons.
Zion was last for me.
3.
Yeah, Zion was all the way last for me.
Zion was last for me. He was.
But you can't knock 28, 6 and 5 on 67% shooting or whatever the shit is.
Yeah, this 6 is nasty. Though. You got it. That's a nasty number, bro.
For a rebound.
Away with 6 rebounds. That's nasty right there, right?
It's terrible. I've been telling y'all that for 2 months, and y'all be fucking killing me for that shit.
Leave Zion alone. But
and you off. He's actually 7, but he's only 3.5 assists. Even still set. Like, I remember looking it up and being like, yo, why is Darius Baisley grabbing the same amount of rebounds fucking Zion? Like, that shit bothered the fuck out of me. Like, I would really just sit here like, what? How is this happening? This is not okay.
But my choice is easy. It's Lamelo Ball. And it's simply because the nigga's a 6'7" point guard that sees the floor like crazy. I have to go with the nigga that can run the offense, not somebody I can run the offense through.
The fuck do you mean?
I wouldn't go to that point, but hey,
I'm saying what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. You giving LaMelo the ball, and LaMelo is clearly making this team better. Clearly, like it's clear as day. When he was
Charlotte was 23 and 42 before he got there with the same exact roster, minus him and Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward missed the last about month of the season, and they still stayed afloat enough to get in the playoffs in the play-in game.
I don't mean this to downplay LaMelo. Like, I really don't. This is not an anti-LaMelo thing. This is we've already seen like Jason Tatum's potential, and he's already experiencing it, and he's gotten huge levels of individual and team success, and he's only 23, 22, 23? I think he's still 22.
Jason Tatum didn't jump off the porch.
He just turned 23.
Tatum in the Celtics. He's been sitting up here chilling with Kyrie / Kimba / Jaylen Brown. LaMelo.
Kyrie didn't help him. Kyrie did not help. Kyrie did not help. Okay,
they were number one before he got injured. No. I'm sorry, we not finna do that. We are not finna do that.
Look, LaMelo got Bismack Biyombo on the squad, and he's adding 10 wins to your team. And we're talking about choosing one to run your squad. That's who you. If he's adding 10 wins on my team, I want him. And ain't none of them niggas doing that.
As a rookie who was in the playoffs and Eastern Conference Finals going head up with LeBron. As a rookie.
Who did Jason Tatum have with him, Corey?
Jaylen Brown, who was only in his second year. Jaylen Brown, who was only in his second year.
And who else?
Who else? Kyrie.
You know who else? You know who else? God damn it! Kyrie motherfucking Irving was on
Kyrie
that
wasn't
team.
on that team.
Yes, he
Kyrie
was.
did
He
not
was
play.
injured.
He did not play.
Injured.
He
was
did not
injured.
play.
He was on the
He
team.
got them
He
there.
did not play in the series.
He got them there.
gosh.
He
man.
didn't
You're not
play in
finna
the
do this.
series.
We not crediting my man's Kyrie. Though.
They
let's-
went no, in that they took the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James to 7 games without Kyrie Irving playing a second on the court.
Yes, and I get that, but guess who was on the bench in his ear?
That's not
Kyrie
good.
motherfucking Irving.
LaMelo was out there.
That's not a
LaMelo was out
positive.
there with Terry Rozier. He got Terry Rozier now.
So was Jason Tatum. Terry
Miles
Rozier was on that
Bridges.
squad.
He got Miles Bridges. That support system ain't nowhere near the same. You can't even act like it, Corey. For real.
Terry
Boston and
Rozier
Charlotte,
was.
that's not the same.
No, y'all killing me right now because I'm sitting here looking shit up as we talk because Kyrie didn't play in the second round either, and they ran through Philly in 5 games. So
Who was on that Philly team?
it's playoff basketball as a rookie, and he's the
Who
best player
was
on the court
on
in the
that
series
Philly
and the
team?
playoffs.
Who was on this Philly team? Is it Joel Embiid?
I'm
Hurt.
sure Embiid was there.
Ben Simmons?
He was there.
No jump shot.
Embiid was there, but was he?
No, Embiid played all 5 games, led the Sixers in minutes. Embiid, Simmons all played. JJ Redick was on that team. All played all 5 games. They lost and they beat him in 5.
Oh, that's not a team.
And Jason Tatum was the leading scorer of the series ahead of Embiid. The leading scorer average in both teams was Jason Tatum in the second round, 4-1.
This is not the same Embiid that you get today.
What I'm saying is, yes, Jarvis, Kyrie on the bench does help a young player.
He doesn't.
You look up, you go to Duke because you looked up to Kyrie. Like, Kyrie was the first of these one and dones that niggas was looking up to. Don't act like that. Kyrie was that nigga.
I won't argue that Kyrie has cred amongst NBA players. I will not argue that point. What I am saying,
you get to go play with Kyrie your rookie year after you train with him at Duke because they all go back and they train together. Let's not act like they don't.
That's
you
a
get
fact.
to go play with Kyrie. Hey, I'm gonna teach you some shit while we doing this, and you play one-on-one with Kyrie daily in practice.
Answer me the question.
They are guarding each other.
Just answer me the question. Answer me the question. Did Kyrie see the floor in the playoffs?
He was injured. He hurt his knee.
So you're telling me
it was.
We have a guy
helping him. It helped out.
You could. It's a lot of motherfuckers who can say some shit on the bench. You still got to go out there and execute it on the court. Period. As a rookie, to take a team to the conference finals as the number 1 option on a team as a rookie and go and take the conference champions to 7 games with the best player in the world at that time leading them. We're gonna sit here and downplay and make excuses against that. You understand how ridiculous it is?
When you're playing with no expectations, the weight of the world is not on your shoulders. You just go out there and hoop. They had no expectations. Nobody thought that once Kyrie went down that Boston was going to do anything. Nobody. So you get to go out there, you play free, because don't nobody think you're going to beat these niggas anyway.
That's literally Charlotte this whole season. Who had expectations for Charlotte? Who had expectations for Charlotte coming into the season? That isn't named Reggie.
But we talk about in that playoff run, bro. We're not doing that, man. We're not doing
Y'all
it.
really out here.
We're not doing that. Kyrie helped him. Let's just leave it at that.
But he had to execute.
Okay,
but he had to execute it, and he did as a rookie. So
what do it matter? Kyrie helped him. Hey, let's put it in podcast form, Corey. When we're up here on the pod, when you and Malika are on fight night, and I'm in backstage, I'm not on the show, but I'm helping you guys succeed. That's all it is. I'm in your ear. Hey,
You ain't never been in my ear once. You ain't
Wrap it
Vince
up.
McMahon. You ain't Vince McMahon in my ear on some
Wrap it up.
commentary shit.
Hey, don't say wrestling. Say sports entertainment. Chill.
Right.
Nah, man, but
Oh, here got me arguing for a damn Celtic. Fucking up, like emotionally arguing for a Celtic
like
too.
it.
God damn
I
you!
like
I hate
Cut this too. I want y'all to
hands, y'all.
Hey, I want you to title this.
Fuckers.
Lakers fan passionately defends Celtics players. That's how you got it.
Hey, man, let's see. We still up.
I'm mad because that'll get some fucking clicks. That was such a perfect fucking title. That really is such a perfect. That is one of them J Black champion titles to like get motherfuckers. But that's exactly what that is.
Clickbait. Hey, man. Round 1 is almost over. We got a game 7 Sunday. Who you got in this game 7? We watched the game last night. If you haven't seen it, I do have the video up. It is now on Facebook, but that is a preview of what we're going to do on Patreon from now on. So y'all can go look that up. It's on the conversation at the shop page. But how y'all feel about game 7?
After what I saw yesterday, I got the Clippers. I don't like Dallas body language leaving the court. Like, they shouldn't look all that promising. And besides that, I had a feeling like Corey kept bringing it up. You had the road team been winning all this series. I think the Clippers are going to flip that in game 7, bro. Kawhi been going crazy. Like, that 45-20 shit he put up yesterday, that was crazy.
That nigga was cooking.
He was dropping.
And this wasn't just like, oh, he got hot from 3. No, he's all over the place. Between the legs, bucket. Between
the legs, step backs for everybody.
And I'm only picking the Clippers only based on Kawhi. I'm not depending on Paul George, so don't even bring us to me. I don't want to talk about dude. No,
Reggie Jackson had 24 last night.
We can talk about Reggie Jackson.
I'll live with that. You'll live with that.
We can talk with Reggie Jackson, but Pandemic P.
Which Pandemic P? It's 2 of them now.
Yeah.
It's 2 of them now.
That's true.
Pandemic P in LA and Pandemic P in Dallas.
Somewhere Malik is smiling. I think the Clippers are going to win this. I think it might not be close. I think they might run them. I think they might run them. I think Dallas needed to win that game. I don't like you. So many chances to end this series on your
game
home
5
court.
and game 6.
Especially
game 5 when you turned up and you was up 28-11 to jump out in the first quarter.
Luka Doncic, I think he froze up from the fourth quarter to like the last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes he tried to pull out his Luka magic, but I think he passed up on some open shots last night where he could have taken it. And just because he was having a bad shooting night, he was like, here go Tim, or here you go Dorian Finney-Smith. Take that.
It feels like he gets tired.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
He can't sit down.
But yesterday he got a nice rest in the second quarter, and they had a 7-point lead. He sat there for like 6 minutes.
Yeah,
he came back in and he was doubled over. He still looked like he was tired.
I don't know, something like regularly he has these games. We saw it in game 5. He balled out for 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, he couldn't do shit. Like, and he'll get a break. He'll get a rest to start the fourth quarter or get a cover. And it's just, I don't know what it is. But the fourth quarters, he's just not been good. And Kawhi, more often than not, because he's had some bad moments, but more often than not, Kawhi can come through in them fourth. Maybe not them last second shots, but that 6 minute to 2 minute mark where you can end the game before it gets to that point. That's the Kobe time. Like as many buzzer beaters as Kobe got, he's got just as many. Oh, you think this is going to be a game? I'm just going to score 9 straight points in a minute and a half. And it's done, but like Kawhi can do that shit, and he does that shit regularly. I am rooting for Dallas, but I'm picking the Clippers.
I think my youngest son rooting for Dallas too. I told him I try to get playoff tickets if they made it to the next round.
Oh, yeah, he definitely want the Mavs to get this done.
Brett wants to go to a Mavericks game so he can be in the playoff atmosphere, which I don't mind because
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's dope. That playoff atmosphere, like it really is different than the regular season game. Like it really is. Like it's just you can feel it. Like it really is crazy.
So we on to the second round, man. We got second round matchups. Philly and Atlanta. There we go. Joel Embiid, small meniscus tear. It's questionable for game one.
Could not be day to day with a fucking meniscus tear. I don't care what you're talking about.
Listen. I got Atlanta winning the series in 6. And it's all based on Joel Embiid's health. I believe even if he do try to come back, bro, the meniscus tear ain't nothing you can come back and just half-ass and play on, because that small tear turns into a big tear or turns into something really crazy where it might end up you losing some of the time next year, which we all know he will miss some fucking time. So Atlanta is hot, bro. Them dudes is hot. Bogdanovich is hot. Trae Young is hot. By the way, this year during the regular season, ain't nobody has seen each other full strength. Neither team has seen each other at full strength. So the team that usually is undermanned, they normally lose. And Joel Embiid, that's a big piece, bro. That's 30 a game. Taking Atlanta in 6, bro.
Even with Embiid being hurt, I'm taking Philly in 6. And I'm taking Philly in 6, because I think what they'll do, if Doc is smart, Dwight will play some, but then fuck it, go small. And you go out there with one, they have 2 elite level defenders to throw at Trae with size that is going to give him some issues in Ben and Thibault. So I think they'll do a way, way better job than the Knicks will. Than the Knicks did in containing Trae and keeping him in check. But like, I think Tobias Harris is going to step up, and I think Ben is going to do just his normal Ben shit in addition to playing defense. And then you have motherfuckers like Seth Curry who can get hot, and who the fuck? Why am I blanking?
Danny Green.
Danny Green. There we go. So you go a 5-man lineup with Tobias, Ben Simmons, Danny Green, Seth, and Thibault. Like that's still really good defense. The only concern is Capella. Like that's gonna be my
that's
bit
20.
of a
That's 20 boys off rip. We ain't even got to talk about that. If you go with that 5 on your lineup, that's 20 rebounds off rip. So we not talking.
But I think they can be. I think they can make up the difference in that. I really do. Like as far as just like a last, a different look, because you don't want Dwight playing fucking 30 minutes a night. Or
he can't do it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like you can't. That ain't gonna work. So I think Philly defensively is going to do a lot better. Just in general, just a much better job than New York did in containing Trae, which I think will then trickle down to the rest of the team. Because if you can contain Trae, you can help to contain the rest of the motherfuckers. Oh, even someone like I forgot about George Hill's there too. He'll fuck around and have a game where he just hits 5 threes or some random shit like that.
I like George Hill guarding Trae Young.
It's still other people that they can throw out there. Maxey is someone else you can just throw out there and fuck with him a little bit.
I like him. I like that matchup too.
Right.
You like for Trae? Simmons.
They got 15 fouls between
them.
So.
And I'll give you Thibault.
But that's what I'm saying. Simmons and Thibault I think are going to be the primary guys. You throw a couple other guys out there just to fuck with them a little bit, and I still think they have I think they have more people to throw at Trae than they have to throw at Capella. To me, Capella is a little bit is the more concerning part of it. But I think this is a series if Joel is hampered, which he should be, because you can't come back this quick from a part. I don't care if it's a fucking millimeter tear in the meniscus, it's still something of a tear. Like, I don't care. No. Like AD said about his groin strain, like that's a 14-day. You can't come back in 4 days from a 14-day injury. That shit. No, it don't work like that. It ain't no amount of injections, still, whatever the fuck you want to inject, rub-ins, ain't nothing is gonna fix that shit like that.
This shit trash.
So with that, but I think Philly still has other pieces enough to do some makeshift lineups, kind of go in a different style if Doc is willing to make that choice and go into that era. And I think they'll be able to overcome and just bother Trey enough between the defenders that they even Danny will fuck around, just be physical for a couple fucking possessions at a time. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna go. What you say, Corey?
I got Philly in 6. I got Philly in 6.
I'm gonna go Philly. I want to say 5.
I thought about it,
but I'm gonna go 6.
Ooh, Trey, they ain't got no respect for y'all, man.
Because it's the fact that you got so many bodies to throw at Trey, but the thing is, if Trey get hot and you gotta start switching motherfuckers and everybody else get hot, this could easily be Atlanta in 6.
Because you got Bogdanovich that's been shooting crazy. DeAndre Hunter has been doing. He's been playing well.
I like him.
Kevin
I
Huerter
really like
off
Hunter.
the bench can shoot it. Lou Will can get hot at any minute in any
That's
game.
what I'm saying.
You never know how you gonna get. Like, it's a lot of weapons over there to just be like, hey, you can throw bodies at Trey Young. Let's just say you do.
Then Danilo Gallinari, that can still get you 20.
Every now and again, that stupid ass mohawk he got, but he'll give you 20. He'll just come off the bench and give you 20. Like, that's a lot. They got a lot of weapons. Whereas I can look at between Seth Curry and Danny Green.
Seth's gonna get it. I trust Seth.
I trust Seth.
I trust Seth.
Danny will be here and there. You never know. Like,
right.
He might get hot. He might not. So I'm
people,
looking at that, and then I look at their bench too. Like, Maxey can score. I'm not looking at Maxey as all right, I know he's gonna give me bench every game.
No.
And I don't get that from a lot of them off that bench. So I think that's kind of the depth between Atlanta and Philly is a little shaky with no Joel.
Agreed. I can get that. I like
that. If Joel plays, I got Philly. Like, and plays like Joel and Embiid, I got Philly most definitely.
It's
but like
impossible.
I do. I don't think it's possible.
It's
either.
not happening with a meniscus tear. You would not see 75% of Joel Embiid.
I think, and I might really, really regret feeling this way. I really think Tobias Harris is going to ball. Like, Tobias was 25 a game in the first round.
No, the first round, he was crazy. He went crazy in the first round.
Crazy. And for some reason, I don't know what fucking spell Doc has over him, but when Tobias Harris plays for Doc, Tobias Harris, he
puts him in positions he puts him in a great position to succeed. He does.
So I think, to me, I think Tobias is the guy who steps up, and I trust Seth to be able to get his buckets to really provide another big time score. And then you just have and shut the fuck up. Stop it. And then I trust. I don't give a fuck about the numbers. I don't care.
The one that went to Duke is the best shooter out the 3.
If you're talking about stands, this is the problem. You talk about just standstill shooting, Seth could fuck with Steph. We doing off the dribble shit. It's the gap between off the dribble, the gap between off the dribble and standstill.
Y'all act like Seth ain't got a bag out here though.
To Seth's bag?
Bro, that bag, listen, it's a difference between a grocery bag and like that bag that you need to pack for a week. It's different. It's different, bro. He ain't got that bag. He got a bag. It ain't nowhere the size of Steph.
Oh, different.
Steph got a designer bag, bro. You can't get $50 for that bag that Steph got.
Man, y'all tripping, man. Y'all gotta go.
I'm not saying,
give
but
my man some respect.
He's nice. Give
my man some respect.
He's nice.
He's the one that I expect to do well in the series.
Absolutely.
he's gonna have a bad game maybe because it's basketball, but I expect him to play well all throughout the series. It's Danny Green that I don't trust. I don't trust him.
He's gonna be hit or miss.
Like defensively, he would try defensively. But
Defensively, he'll be fine. I think they'll throw him on most like he'll be good on those wings. Fucking with Bogdanovich, Gallinari, Herder, with those guys.
If he
he'll
see
do
Paul
a solid job doing that.
If he see Paul George, he locking him up.
Look at the playoffs. See Paul George. The playoffs lock Paul George up. It shouldn't do anything.
All right. It was the next series. We got Milwaukee versus Brooklyn. I think this
maybe the series of the playoffs.
Series of the playoffs.
Maybe the series of the playoffs.
Who we rolling with? First game tonight. Hey.
Yeah, we got about 40 minutes. We need to hurry the fuck up.
Wow.
Sorry. I mean, I chose Milwaukee to make the finals out of the East. I'm sticking with Milwaukee. I'm taking Milwaukee in 7. I think this is going to be a really, really good, very close series. I think either way it goes 6 at least, probably 7. I think I'm taking the team that took care of business the way they were supposed to against a better opponent in the first round. To me. And not to overshoot what Miami was, because obviously this wasn't Miami from last year, but Boston had been shitty this entire year and terrible and awful. And I know Tatum dropped 50, but like Harden dropped 40-something in that game too. So it ain't like nobody else was scoring for fucking Boston, for Brooklyn.
KD had 38.
KD had 38, and like Harden had like 41 or some shit like that. So like we're not.
And they only won and they had a chance. They was down 3 with like 30 seconds left. So like they still had a chance.
That's a problem for me. I just think
Kyrie had a bad game. Joe Harris had a bad game. Like
I think Milwaukee has guys to throw at Brooklyn Stars to make things a little tougher on them. They're not gonna shut them down. You can't fucking shut down teams like fucking Brooklyn. But almost kind of the same way with Denver, Portland, where it's like if Nurkic can stay out of foul trouble, like that's what fucking doomed Portland every time. If Drew Holiday can stay out of foul trouble, I think he's going to give James Harden hell. I think he's going to make life hell on James Harden. And not to say I'm putting him on James because James is the guy that stirs the drink for Brooklyn. He is the playmaker. He is the creator. He is the guy that makes everything run for Brooklyn. So to
good
me,
luck, Chris.
I'm putting
good luck, Chris.
I'm putting Drew on James. I'm putting I think if Giannis can play KD pretty even, I don't think Brooklyn has the pieces to really keep Giannis out the paint like that, which is always the goal. And I just think, and then like it ain't like Middleton can't fucking give you 20 plus a night too. Like, and they can go big if they want to with fucking Brook Lopez, who's played really well recently. They can go small if they want to. I like the fact that they can play any kind of role. PJ Tucker ain't afraid of no playoff shit. Bobby Porter's just a hood nigga. He might just punch somebody because they piss him off that day. Like, I like the pieces. I think it hurts them to not have DiVincenzo. Just to have another option in the backcourt, I do think that hurts them, and that worries me a little bit. But it cannot be overstated the fucking difference between Drew Holiday and Eric Bledsoe. It's like we cannot. It is so beyond. It's not even close. Like they are so far better with Drew than Bledsoe. But I think they're going to need another guard to step up, and that's kind of my concern. Can Bryn Forbes be that dude? Like, I don't think he's going to shoot as good as he did in Miami.
He shot it well in the first round. You think he's going to keep going?
He ain't going to shoot it like that again in the first round.
Yeah, he couldn't miss in the round one day.
He was damn near 50%. He was like 50% or some shit like that from 3. I don't think he's going to be that level, but if he can still be around 40% shooting, and you still have Middleton who can shoot from deep like that, and Drew wasn't shooting it well, but Brook Lopez can still shoot it from deep like that, and PJ Tucker can only shoot it from the corners, but he can shoot it really, really good from the corners. Like, I think they have enough offense to keep up. And I think their defense, I just think they match up well defensively, better than most other teams can match up well defensively with Brooklyn. I think Milwaukee does, and I'm edging them in 7, but I think it's going to be a really good series.
I got Brooklyn. And watching them play each other this year, Milwaukee won the season series. Won one game by 2, won another game by 6. They lost a game early in the season by 3. There was no James Harden on the floor at these times. We're throwing, and they averaged 126, 121, some shit like that, with no James Harden on the floor. That means Drew Holiday got the whole Kyrie. Kyrie put up 38 on his head. KD had 40 a game. Like, you add a nigga that's gonna get 15 assists in this,
but it's going to be a completely different game. But it's going to be a completely different game.
Involved, man. I'm going Brooklyn in 6. I don't think it comes back. I don't think they make it to game 7. Brooklyn in 6. Close games, no blowouts, but Brooklyn in 6.
I mean, I hate to throw my team under the bus like this, but we were just like, yo, they just beat Phoenix with just AD and no Bron. Now Bron back, we gonna run through Phoenix and we see what the fuck happens. Just to assume they're getting so-and-so back, it's gonna throw everything off. Like, you can't just do that.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's gonna throw anything off. It's actually gonna enhance it. And I think that,
you know what the fuck I'm saying.
Milwaukee can't. I said Milwaukee was gonna make it to the finals. I'm changing my mind. I'm going Brooklyn in 6.
I got Brooklyn. I got Brooklyn in 7. I at first I had put Brooklyn in like 5, but then I thought about it because all the reasons Corey said, some of them guys, PJ Tucker, Bobby Portis, like those are guys that you can throw at KD or whoever. Like, it's just bodies, and not saying that you're gonna make it, that you're gonna stop them because they're the best in the world, but some of them guys you can make it difficult. Now, the reason why I am gonna pick Brooklyn though is because I think it's a huge drop off at defense between Drew Holiday and whoever else you got in the backcourt that's gonna be a defender, and that's my problem.
Probably Connaughton. Yeah, I think they'll probably go. I think it'll be Connaughton a lot. Forbes. I think if Forbes is hot, he'll play if he's hot. But I think it's going to be a whole lot of Pat Connaughton trying to guard one of them too.
That's the problem, because if Drew does make hell, if he got hell on Drew Holiday on James Harden or Kyrie, whoever he's guarding, the other niggas going off. Like, that's just it is what it is. It's easy. And KD's gonna get KD. I don't think Chris Middleton will have to go another level up. Like, we can't get 20 a game from you in this series. We can't get 20. We never can't get 25. KD and Kyrie gonna be scoring at high rates, so we need you to be up there. Do you think Chris is gonna be up there in this series? I don't know about that, but I do know about KD. I do know about Kyrie, and we know James in the playoffs, whatever. But this is different. This is different. So I'm wrong with.
I think Chris is capable,
but it's gonna be a close series, like y'all said. It's gonna be a close series. This ain't no. I can't even say 5. I can't say 5. It's gonna be. It's gonna be knockout, drought. And then when you got niggas like PJ Tucker and Giannis and them that don't give a fuck,
right,
and they scared. I mean, they're not scared of nothing. They're not scared of you. They're gonna be in your face. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice series.
I think if Giannis steps up the way that everyone's been wanting, I understand. I'm hoping for things that haven't fucking happened. I fully understand this. I accept that. I know what I'm saying. If Giannis plays the way that people have wanted him to play in the playoffs, if he can kind of take that next step and play like regular season Giannis in the playoffs, I think him playing at that level, I do think Middleton's capable of getting 25 a game. And I think if you have Giannis playing at that level, it's going to elevate the other ones. Middleton can give you 25 a game. And I think everyone else, if they play their role, then that'll be enough in most cases. Because I can say that, and then Kyrie just drops 40, and none of that shit matters. And that's the scary part about Brooklyn.
It's inevitable. Like that, like even if they don't score 40, 30 is coming. Like 30 pieces is coming. Like I don't know. It's a lot to deal with. Just a 3. And Joe Harris is that shit where he got niggas running out there to the 3-point line, and he just and going around you now. Like Joe's adding to his game, he's going to the cup now.
but Milwaukee is so much of a better defensive team than Boston. Like I think a lot of just the easiness in which Brooklyn was getting buckets against Boston is not going to happen against Milwaukee because they are that much better defensively than Boston.
But the thing is, even we say that. But you gotta stop these niggas, fool. Like you literally gotta get out there and say, I gotta stop 3 prolific scores with a shooter that's floating out there, just floating. But you know what a big problem, what I think is gonna happen with Brooklyn? Jeff Green is hurt. And I don't think he's coming back yet. But that defensive presence that toughness that he has, I don't think,
You just made me believe in Brooklyn even less by saying, holy shit, Jeff Green is hurt, and they're going to miss his defensive presence. Jeff Green's defensive presence being necessary for us to succeed is really...
I'm just saying.
Made me think about
you got Blake Griffin out there that's going to be trying to stop Giannis. You don't have an extra body behind. You don't have an extra body behind it.
I'm not worried about Giannis. I'm gonna do my best to guard Giannis, but Giannis is Giannis. He's gonna do him. You just gotta minimize it and not have him go off for 48. But Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, that's who I'm worried about.
Right.
And I think Brown and them other cats, I think they can slow them down.
But then you got to pick and choose who's playing. Somebody's got one of them three's got to guard some people. You can't just hide you can't hide people on Milwaukee. No. And that's what I like. Oh, we're gonna hide KD on Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez will just walk him down in the post. And it's like you can't.
We all know that Brook Lopez is not going down there.
We just waiting on PJ Tucker to come in, and we gonna hire KD over there.
But you can't be like. You can't be like Kyrie, hide on Bryn Forbes and go help out. And if Bryn Forbes you can't do that shit. Even Pat Connaughton knows how to play and will find the ways to cut and can be a really good shooter. Even the role players, you can't hide.
You're missing a body with Jeff Green, where you can run that small lineup without Speedy, Claxton, or you go Jeff Green.
I think Claxton might be really good to guard Giannis. I think he might be the best option to guard Giannis.
Blake Griffin,
size almost. Giannis is a little more buff,
but you got Blake Griffin. You can run that Jeff Green, Blake Griffin, Kyrie, and them 3, or you go Jeff Green.
Did you just say 3 and not mention James Harden?
I said them 3. The 3.
Oh, I'm
he part of the 3.
I'm I thought you said Blake Griffin's, Kyrie, and them 3. I'm wait.
Griffin, Green, and them 3.
I was confused.
Griffin,
I'm
Green,
hold up.
3. No. Griffin,
I know
Green,
Blake been playing better, but he didn't take a motherfucking spot out the 3. Hold up.
Blake out here spamming on niggas. He said, y'all thought I couldn't dunk no more?
He's got 25 dunks since he left Detroit.
He gonna need to do all that shit because he gonna.
But you know what?
I think it's gonna be pick your poison with Giannis. I think it's gonna be pick your poison with Giannis. I think I do agree. I think Blake's gonna have a game or two really good. I think with Giannis, it's gotta be either he get let him get 35, but don't let him also get 9-10 assists. To me, that's gonna be it's what the Clippers have been failing to do with Luka. Let him get if he's gonna get 40, get 40. Don't let him get 40 and 12.
Don't let him
before last night.
Assists.
Right, you have to choose. Same with Jokic. Portland did it at first and then failed miserably the rest of the series. Let him get 40, but don't also let him get 10, 12, 15 assists. If Giannis is going to sit there and get his dunks in the paint, that's fine. Take 35 fucking shots and do all that shit. Go ahead. But if that means Chris Middleton's only going to get 17 and Drew's only going to get 14, you take that shit.
Because we finna go off on the other end.
Who's we?
The doggone the three.
Who is we? Who
No,
the
I'm
fuck
saying
is we?
as them three. Not saying I'm not a Brooklyn fan. I'm not saying that.
Who the fuck is we? Sue Sir voice.
I'm not saying I'm a Brooklyn fan. Let me
He pulled a Malik, didn't it?
No. I am not part of the Brooklyn Brigade. I am not in the Brooklyn Zoo. Y'all know where my loyalty stands. Y'all know where I'm at. Next over to the Western Conference.
Speaking of which,
yeah, Phoenix and Denver. Who you fellas got? I got Denver in 6 personally. But.
Phoenix in 5.
I got Phoenix in 6.
Phoenix in 5.
In 5. Wow.
Yep.
No,
Phoenix is good.
Yes, they are good. They are.
I told y'all they were good.
They are.
You will sit here. Don't worry, Corey. Nah, it's still like no. Phoenix is that fucking good.
You know what?
Corey,
you know what, Gerard? I'm rolling with you. Denver in 6.
I told y'all Phoenix is that fucking good.
Okay,
but I have one major concern.
You know why? Because I believe in Devin Booker. Unlike my co-host up there, I'm cool with Booker. Shout out to Devin Booker. 47 and 11. He know all about it. But anyway, I believe in Devin Booker. But that other dude over there with the little bump shoulder that been doing all the little extra shit, acting like he's scoring 20 and 10. No, I don't believe in him. I got Ricky Rubio light outplaying him in the series. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, bro! I can't stand y'all niggas first.
I have one concern, and it is a major concern.
Yes, you have the
Phoenix
MVP on the team.
It's not that. I mean, it has to do with that, but much like Portland, Phoenix really only has one option to guard him, and that is what scares me about this matchup for Phoenix. However,
he's going to do him.
Jokic is going to get his. I'm not doubting that. Like, there's probably going to be way too much Frank Kaminsky now because Aiden will probably get in some foul trouble, and that's he's the other big. That's
Denver at 5.
That is my concern. However,
he had the guard.
Jokic is going to do his numbers. I understand Jokic is going to do his numbers. My difference is that Phoenix is going to defend everybody else way fucking better than Portland did. Michael Bridges is. I guarantee you, Michael Porter Jr. doesn't do some shit like he did against fucking Bridges. That shit is not about to happen. It's not. I know what the fuck he did. It ain't gonna happen against Michael Bridges and fucking Jay Crowder. Like, that's not it. Phoenix is miles better than everybody's miles better than Portland defensively. Portland is terrible defensively. I can at least trust that they'll and Monty. I like Monty Williams as a coach. I can at least trust them and him as the coaching staff and the players to come up with a way better defensive scheme. I don't think they're going to fuck with Jokic in any way, shape, or form. But if Ayton can at least not get in foul trouble every fucking game and still be able to get his minutes, I think they'll be way better at not letting fucking the light-skinned brigade go the fuck off the way they did. Like, that's the difference for me is it's not Yoke. It's Michael Porter Jr. is not going to sit here and do shit like that. And Austin Rivers damn sure is not about to sit here and do some shit like that. That's why I'm taking Phoenix. I'm saying in 5 out of spite. It's probably 6. But fuck that. I don't care. Phoenix in 5. So Gerard can come here and join me on the fucking couch. We all gonna be here on the fucking couch.
Sorry, Phoenix. I was rolling with y'all until he brought up his pod. I'm sorry.
You know what, guys? You guys are going to be witness to another Western Conference Finals appearance to the Denver Nuggets.
I'm cool with that because then y'all gonna lose. Y'all gonna lose after this round. But I'm rolling with you on this round. I am rolling with you on this.
And I say this And injuries have been killing every fucking body. It is not. I'm praying that we stay healthy.
I thought you were finna say I'm praying somebody get hurt. I was finna
No.
say,
Y'all already
I'm
not
praying we
healthy.
stay healthy.
I was finna say that's a wild.
Yeah,
Health,
like I'm saying.
like healthy. Y'all not healthy. You're missing 3 guards already. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Will Barton's supposed to come
Will
back.
coming back at some point.
Yeah, Will coming back. They said he was close.
allegedly. We
He'll
don't
help a
say-
little bit.
We don't know.
He said he was close, and and the thing about Jokic, bro, if you watch Denver, bro, when they play, they get easy fucking shots.
Oh, you mean against Portland?
Anytime. All their points are easy buckets. They don't shoot contested shots. There are a lot of back cuts coming off screens. Like there's a lot. Jokic shoots the most contested shots on the team.
Jamal Murray just entered the chat. But
Jamal Murray used to get easy buckets, fool.
Murray shoot a lot of contested fucking shots.
Yeah,
Jamal Murray shoot a lot of contested shots.
He's doing a lot of shooting in your face. Like he's doing a lot of that.
Jamal Murray shoots a lot of contested shots.
Yeah, he's
He do a lot of that too.
trying to shoot your face off. I give him that.
But I think this Denver team is a team oriented type deal with a big superstar. So like nobody else is it's like Jokic's gonna do his, and I just need 2 of y'all to give me 15 plus on a nightly basis. The rest of y'all play defense and make it tough for everybody else. Make an open shot when you can. And I think I'm picking Denver, and I'm not picking them because I think Phoenix is trash. I think Phoenix is a good team. I think they played well this season, but Devin Booker is not in the few games they played against us this year. From what I've seen, Devin Booker hasn't done what he did to y'all niggas game 6.
Well, we can't do that because
he didn't do
the
shit
Lakers
against us.
during the
Exactly.
season. And he just gave them
Exactly.
47-11.
But he
Exactly.
averaged like a norm. What he averaged?
Like
2
all
No,
the
he
way,
didn't.
against
No,
the Lakers,
he
he was
didn't.
doing the same thing he's done against Denver this season, like scoring
Right.
17, 19, 21.
Yes.
He wasn't
he was
doing
like
it.
21 a game. He was like 21 a
Yeah,
game
this-
against
this
us in the regular season.
This 47 piece you just saw this difference.
Yeah, but you know what?
I don't think y'all are going to. Like you said, I don't disagree with your statement on Denver in that Yoke just kind of needs 2 people to really go off.
Yes,
My
that's all
point
you need.
is, I think you are sorely understating how terribly Portland is. That makes it so much easier for Jokic to get them 2 dudes to go off like that. I
But
don't
at the
think
end of
that's
the day-
happening against Portland, against Phoenix like that.
But at the end of the day, still like us playing, we don't blow people out. I'm gonna put it out. We do not blow people out. Like it's either we get blown out or we beat you by 6. Like it's no in between. We don't really blow people out.
Then I like Phoenix's chances in that.
We don't really blow people out. But as I say this now, playing them throughout the regular season, we had a double overtime game,
And a regular overtime game.
Like, so I see this being Denver win. If it's a close game, I got Denver winning. Like, I'll trust Denver more than I trust them because the overtime game and the double overtime.
Devin
game,
Booker didn't play in one of them overtime games too.
he fouled out or he got hurt. It was one on him.
No, he didn't play at all. Like he didn't play one of those games. He didn't play at all.
Oh, because Jamal Murray didn't
I wanna
play.
say
Jamal
it's-
Murray
I
was
think-
playing.
I
both
want
them
to say it's the
games.
double. It might have been the double overtime.
I can't remember which one.
I can't remember. It was
but
one of them. One of them overtime.
Because he got hurt. He got hurt because we played him back to back. We played him.
Yeah.
the
So the
22nd
overtime.
He got
game,
hurt
he
in the
didn't play. He
overtime game,
Yeah.
and then the double overtime game the next night. I don't think he played. But I think it's going to be a good series, and I wouldn't be surprised if it went 7.
I do think it's going to be a good series. I think the majority of games are going to be close. It's saying no. They beat my teams now. I'm like, now I got to pick them. Like, I truly believe. Like I wasn't lying when I said I felt like Phoenix got a raw deal having to play a team like the Lakers. Like if Phoenix had played any other team in the first round, I would have picked Phoenix probably in 5 games. Like I really do feel like Phoenix was a really good team that kind of got like if Phoenix had played Memphis, I think they'd have swept them. If Phoenix played Portland, 5 games. You know what I mean? Like, I really do think they are a really good team that knows exactly who they are, and they've been healthy, and everyone knows their roles the whole, like, across the board. And Chris Paul kind of knows where to put people in the right places, and I think Booker doing what he did against the Lakers just made him go, nah, they can't fuck with me. Like, I think Booker's coming into this series going, I'm about to outplay Jokic. Yeah. And I'm going to outplay Jokic, and y'all watch this shit happen. Like, I like Phoenix. I think we're going to Phoenix, Utah, Western Conference.
All right, so the next round is not there yet, but let's go. If we got Utah versus
I got Dallas. Utah at 5 either way. Whoever they playing, Utah at 5.
I'm pretty much the same. The Clippers might be able to take a second game, but either way, I'm taking Utah.
All right.
Spider came back and put everybody on notice real quick.
Yeah, this ain't bubble spot. This ain't bubble spot either. This spot is he's still different.
All right, so the next subject we got Naomi Osaka pulling out the French Open. Man, how y'all feel about that?
Good.
Who on the phone?
That's me.
I think that's not me. Wow. But not good for her, man. They tried to bully her, try to get out of there, try to find her, then say, "Oh, we gonna kick you out," and she just decided to pull out of it. And now it's looking like okay, she was the second ranked player in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
So now you got a tournament where your second ranked tennis player is not playing. Whoever wins is like, cool, but you ain't beat Naomi. That's one. Right. And 2, now you got to go through a tournament without one of your biggest draws, which is her.
Yeah.
So now that's on y'all. That's an L on y'all. So
it's her and Serena are basically the two at this point. Much respect for sure. I think she kind of put it out there in like an Instagram. I think it was an Instagram post, or Twitter, or something like that. Like, people seem to forget just because they excel. These are like celebrities and like top flight athletes. Like, they still go through human shit. Like, she deals with anxiety. Like, just because you're a superstar athlete doesn't mean you can't not like public speaking or have fears or deal with depression or deal with anxiety and that kind of stuff. And you go through and I'm sure, especially at her level, you go through all these tournaments, you finish these matches, and you get asked the same fucking questions over and over and over again. You get tired of that shit. Like, I'm sure, like, you can just get burnt out. And I respect her for just being like, I can't do it. Thought this was the right way to go about it. Didn't turn out to be. Fine, I'm out. Right. And just saying, fuck it. You have to respect that shit.
Yeah, definitely got to respect that.
Right. Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, man. I think she was right for doing what she do. Stand up for yourself, young black girl. We got your back. Fuck the French Open. Come home and do your shit.
Facts. Fuck the French Open for real.
Let's stay lost.
Go watch Corday make an album or something. You can go chill.
You can chill. She got plenty of fucking. It ain't like she hurting for money. She chilling.
$60 million. That's why that little $15K you try to find her. That was chump change.
Nothing.
Fuck about that.
And people are matching it. She ain't even gonna pay it. The fucking the app. I forgot what it's called. The mental health app. I forgot what it's called. But some like app was the Calm app. I think it is. But one of those, something like that, was like paying her fine and then matching whatever else that she was like, whatever else bit of money to go towards stuff like
that Calm app. Jesus Christ, that shit is expensive. You get a free trial and it's like $100 a month after that shit or some shit like that. Shit is wild. No wonder
I think that was one
shit. No wonder they can pay for the shit. The app is expensive as shit. But
it is what it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Y'all watching Smack tonight? Or we watching the game? What y'all doing?
Smack already started. I think. I know it started at 3.
So there ain't that many matchups I really worry about anyway, other than from maybe
Right.
Dan Myers and Suge.
I do want to see Danny and Suge. I wanted to see next, but I'm sure that was the first battle.
Yeah.
So I'll have to watch that for the. We have our ways of watching.
I'm really worried. I'm really worried about the UFC card. To be honest with you.
Yeah, all right. I got it on the TV right now. So that ain't nothing. But I'm gonna switch it over once this game starts because Bucks Nets is number 1.
Yeah,
That's the number 1 seed tonight for sure.
For sure. But man, y'all got any positive words for the people, man, before we get up out of here?
Prayers up to Dustin Ryder and his family and friends, and prayers up to everybody and off the ropes. Shit, man, we've been a family for a while. So if you know, you know, man. Prayers up to everybody. And Dustin, keep fighting. We're here with you. And we love you, G.
What he said.
I know it's the gang over everything. Check on your peoples, man. Hey, bury old hatchets. Unless, it's already buried. If it's something petty that y'all got into it over, bro, let that shit go. You ain't gotta fuck with them like that no more, but don't hold no grudges on them folks, man. Call them, get your shit off, and go from there. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all know where to find us at, man. We everywhere you get your podcasts. We on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch, Convos at the Shop. Follow us on YouTube, Conversations at the Shop. Follow the Facebook page, Conversations at the Shop. Y'all know where to find us on Apple, Google, Spotify, all that good stuff, man. Merch at the shop .store. Get your merchandise. Make sure you supporting. Be on the lookout. We are in Memphis, July 17th. We'll be there before that, but July 17th, episode 100, Infamous Cuz Barbershop. We will be there recording episode 100 and one-on-one with the boys from Get Your Bars Off podcast for our top 10 rappers of all time. So make sure you have your list, people. It's going to be a very, very heated conversation in that barbershop. I can tell you guys that now. It's going to get very, very. So when y'all see that episode, just know it's going to get very, very, very heated. But it is what it is, man. Y'all be easy. Malik said Keith Murray won't get off stage. So Malik is at Keith Murray back. He's on stage listening to
I
Keith
thought
Murray.
you was about to say Malik at Keith Murray backyard. I'm like, okay, that makes sense why you have a concert.
No, they in Carolina. They in Carolina. Hey Malik, have fun at the Keith Murray concert, bro.
I'm happy to know he having a terrible time, man.
Malik will be back next week. Next week, I got a guest coming on the show, Marcus Carter, my homeboy from Memphis, more kicks than Bruce Lee, sneakerhead aficionado. I'll have him on the show next week. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that, John, man. And we out this piece, man.
Peace.
Yep.